How's it going, my people? My name is Navwalia, and welcome to a brand new episode. Now, the day I'm recording this, it's October 14, and you know what that means. It's Canadian Thanksgiving Day. So to all my Canadians, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a wonderful day, eating a fuck ton of turkey, some delicious sides, and answering all invasive questions such as, so what are you going to do with your life? Or when are you going to find somebody to settle down with? Or are you dating anybody? You know, the typical questions asked by nosy relatives that you don't like very much, such as your crazy bitch Aunt Karen, or your nosy uncle that is always a snitch and passed out after having a drink or two. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful time, and good luck on navigating those awkward family dynamics, alright? Now you might be wondering, since Nav's recording this episode on Thanksgiving, this episode must surely be about Thanksgiving, right? And guess what, nerds? Today's episode is all about fall. That's right. Fall's here, folks. And the reason of crunchy leaves, cozy vibes, and pumpkin spice mania. The reason that currently I am in such fucking high spirit. And guess what? I have fully embraced it. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even sorry about it. Alright? I'm not even sorry about it. Not even a little bit. So for today's episode, I'm diving headfirst into all things fall. Whether, you're a fall fanatic like me, or you just need a good laugh about how extra the season is. And trust me, fall is a little extra at times. I'm gonna keep it buck 100. So let's jump into it, because the one thing I didn't know I needed is a warm hug, and that's what this season feels like. So without further ado, let me talk about the first segment of this episode, which is all the fall activities I'm currently obsessed with and already done. And I know what you're thinking. When you think of fall activities, you think of like apple picking or baking or going to pumpkin patches. And no, I have not been doing anything like that. Not because I don't want to. It is because I have never been to a pumpkin patch. I know that sounds crazy. I just want to throw this out there. I have only just discovered fall at the age of 26. Alright? I know that sounds perplexing, but that's true. When I was in India, I had 9 to 10 months of fucking summer. It was horrible. And when I got to Canada, I was 12. And I was always in school during the fall season. I never really did shit. Only thing I remember is just it getting darker sooner, which I absolutely love, by the way. The fact that it gets dark soon is genuinely therapeutic to me. And I know somebody who's listening to this is like, that can't be right. There's no way he likes the darkness. No, I really do. And it's not because my soul is dark. Absolutely not. It is because I generally just have long-lived rivalry against the sun. But I'm sure since you all been listening to my podcast since day one, you already know where I stand with that. And I have never been to a pumpkin patch, ever. Though I'm hoping this year is a little different. I'm hoping this is my first time I go to a pumpkin patch, hopefully with a friend. And hopefully I can find a pumpkin to carve. But I have been doing other fall things, alright? So let's take a trip back to September. Now, September 1st just struck, a month and a half ago. And what's the most typical fall shit I did? Well, I went ahead and I found a fall playlist. The playlist was called Morning Fall Playlist. And I was excited for it. Now, here's a little bit of caveat. When I listen to music, maybe it's because English is my third language, or maybe it's just because I am stupid, but I don't listen to music for the lyrics. I don't pay attention to lyrics. I'm not trying to decipher any lyrics. I'm just listening to the whole song holistically, right? When I listen to a song, I am focusing on the melody and the lyrics and the voice of the artist and how all of that comes out. And it's just over time that I start paying attention to what the artist is saying, okay? So when I listen to the songs, I'm always listening for the vibe. And I found this playlist and it had immaculate vibes, okay? Just imagine this, every song was slow and moody. There was a guitar that always played a heavy role, and it just made it feel like it's just a cozy day. I shared the playlist with all my friends, and I said, hey guys, check this out, fall playlist, this is what I'm jamming to. And they all proceeded to listen. That was a mistake, because if I did pay attention to the lyrics, I would have found out the playlist was actually insanely fucking depressive. The playlist was literally about heartbreak songs or songs about, your partner cheating on you, or songs like you found love of your life but you can't be with them, and stuff like that. I am just a kid who's listening to this playlist day in, day out, going on walks, enjoying the vibe, letting the imagination roam, feeling the cold, brisk air and seeing the leaves fall on the clove leaves. And then there's my friends who are listening to my playlist and becoming depressed. No joke, I literally had one of my friends be like, yo, this has depressed me out, and I blame you for this. And I had to apologize profusely. But along with that, the other fall thing I did is buy some fucking candles. Now, I don't know what's happened. Again, it's only, I think, since last year I started burning candles. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was a trend in the past 2-3 years where candles just somehow came onto the scene and blew up, or if candles have always been around. But my god, there's no way I'm exploring this cute girly fall shit this late, okay? I took my ass to the mall in the first week of September, and I went to Bath and Body Works, and I spent $120 buying fucking candles. I bought candles roaming from names such as Fallen Leaves, or Marshmallow Fireside, or Frozen Lake, and one of my personal favorites, Sweater Weather. And we will get into Sweater Weather later, trust me. And I've been having a fucking blast, okay? My house smells unreal. My house currently, literally, I'm burning this candle called Leaves, and it smells like cedar, apple, little bit of cinnamon, and I think there's cognac or something in it. And I've been burning that, and my house smells fucking magical. It literally smells like I live in a fucking cabin in the middle of woods in the Canadian Rockies. And it's a blast. Though, every single night, my mom comes home from work and she opens it and the first thing she says is, Nav, you made the house weak. What is wrong with you? And I know you might be thinking, Nav, maybe the candle's not as good smelling. Or, Nav, maybe you're burning it too much. No, you're fucking wrong. My mom's just a little bit of a hater. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. My mom's just a little bit of a hater, and she's just being a cute little hater right now. And, because I love her, I let that be. And I just want to say, it's not in the scent, the fall scents of the candle that are making me be so much in the spirit. Because I'm telling you, as I started on my previous episode, I basically have goddamn crush on this season. I don't know what's happened. Again, I've never been into fall this much, I was always writing midterms and stuff. So I think a part of me just never got to take a moment and reflect and just enjoy the season. Literally, one of my favorite things right now is I go to the living room, I light up a candle, I sit on my couch, and I just read my books. It is aesthetically so fucking fantastic. One of the cool fall things I did is I started getting the spirit of watching fall movies. And I have watched a ton of movies. And I know where most people stand on this, but I don't care. I love it. Which is Hallmark movies. Dude, I don't know what it is. I fucking love me some Hallmark movies, okay? They're always so cheesy and so corny, and you know exactly how it's gonna go. There's a girl that just moves into a small town and she doesn't know anybody, and there's a farmer and they started talking, and there's always a pumpkin festival happening or some shit. And next thing you know, she falls in love within 3 days. And on the fourth day, she tells him she loves him, but obviously he's jaded, a little traumatized. So he's like, oh no, I can't love you back. And then she's all heartbroken, and the farmer's like, shit, never mind. I actually need this woman. So he runs across town and chases her, and he's like, don't do this. Don't leave me. I need you. And then she runs up to him and gives him a hug, and the movie ends. We all have fucking seen Hallmark movie. We all hate Hallmark movies, unlike me. I love them. I love the Christmas Hallmark movies. I love fall Hallmark movies. I'm fucking loving it. Okay, it's been such a blast watching these cozy, just relaxing movies. Because even though, yes, every Hallmark movie is redundant and it is repeated just in a different way slightly, you cannot argue with me when I say they're just weirdly relaxing. Okay, and then they're just cozy. But more importantly, I've watched this movie called Beetlejuice. Now, I have never in my life seen the first Beetlejuice. And every white person loves Tim Burton's, right? And it's going to be really fucking awkward if Tim Burton's didn't make Beetlejuice, but I'm going to run with the fact that Tim Burton's made Beetlejuice. And Tim Burton's is the fucking white people's goth messiah, okay? So I understand the culture behind Beetlejuice. And I never seen it and I watched it and I'm telling you, absolute fucking cinema. Absolute cinema. The movie, the vibe, the characters, so great. And that like Jamaican song, Let's Work All Night and Drink Some Rum, and everybody's dancing. Dude, peak life. Okay, by the way, our boy Michael Keaton killed it as Beetlejuice. Also, I realized how fucking attractive Alec Baldwin was. How the fuck did I just never see any Alec Baldwin movies or realize homie was like a fucking specimen back in the day? So there was that. And if you've never seen Beetlejuice, trust me, take it from me, check it out. It is truly a blast. And that's where most of my September went, which is depressing my friends with heartbroken playlists that I jam to, buying too many candles, and by the way, I'm still burning through my candles. So I gotta take my ass to the mall again tomorrow to buy a couple more candles because my ass cannot go a single day without not lighting up a candle. And trust me, watch Beetlejuice. But like I said earlier, one of my favorite candles I bought at Bath and Body Works was called Sweater Weather. But more importantly, in fall, you get to layer. Everybody that is listening, let's be real. We've all had those weird moments where we wore some clothes that weren't our best, but we thought they looked cool, right? Our outfits that we thought was lit. We all had that moment, and when you look back, they're like, that's the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Season like fall is the perfect thing you need because it allows you to add that extra layer and hide your questionable fashion sense. And don't fucking argue that you never had a questionable fashion sense. Okay, my questionable fashion sense, and this is absolutely fucking true, we're going to take a trip back to 2016 because it's a quick little story time. 2016, I'm in grade 12, and my mom bought me this amazing checkered shirt from Tommy Hilfiger. It was blue squares and white squares, okay, and it kind of overlapped. And I was like, this is the coolest shit of all time. And I loved the shirt, and I was like going through like a phase of liking the color blue. And I also owned this like blue Nike Roshe shoes. We all know, like those Nikes that got really popular. They had like mesh on the front of the shoe. And I also had blue pants. And I was like, what's the coolest outfit I can think of? Is wearing all blue. Top to bottom, all blue, but different shades. So went to high school wearing like, the light blue shirt my mom got me with dark blue denims and light blue shoes. And I took it one step further and I wore a blue hat as well. I thought I looked great. Literally, I think 2 or 3 months ago, my mom found a picture of me wearing that outfit. And let me tell you, I looked like a boiled fucking blueberry. Okay? And you know what I could have used in that time? For it not to be fucking summer and for it to be a fall. So I could have put a jacket on and hid my blueness. So don't be like me. Goddamn started layering. Okay, but even with that, one of the reasons I'm absolutely digging fall is food. And most importantly, pumpkin spice everything. Now I know half my listeners must be cringing. Oh my god, not pumpkin spice. Such a girly drink. You shut your fucking little mouth. Okay, pumpkin spice. First of all, why the hate on pumpkin spice? I just want to say that. It's literally pumpkin, clove, nutmeg, I think allspice, and cinnamon. That sounds fucking lit, okay? And if you are cringing to pumpkin spice, just look at the complexion of your skin. If you're anything but white, you can probably get by saying that. And if you are white, you get to have no hate on pumpkin spice because you're born without taste buds. So shut the fuck up and listen. This is the season of pumpkin spice lattes, and I am telling you people, yes, I know I shouldn't speak too much on pumpkin spice because I'll be biased. Because in the past week I've drank 3 already. And yes, I understand that that's a bit too much and unhealthy. But shut the fuck up. Pumpkin spice lattes are one of the greatest things that has ever been given by God. Ever. Okay? I still remember the first time I had pumpkin spice latte. So let me take a trip back to 2018. I was in university. I was tired as fuck. I didn't want to do any more studying, and there was a Starbucks nearby. I go to the Starbucks, and I walk in. I didn't really want coffee. and I see like pumpkin spice latte, featuring drink. So I go and I'm like, hey, can I have pumpkin spice latte? And she's like, yeah, sure, like grande, whatever. And I look at her and I go, I've never had it. Is it any good? And she looks at me and she scans literally my torso from top to bottom, and she's like, are you joking right now? And I said, no, I've never had it. It's actually good. And then she like starts like clicking her screen really hard, and she cancels my drink, and she's like, this one's on the house. I'm like, no, like, why? And she's like, just trust me. And she walks away, she makes my drink, she calls me up, she cans me my drink at the counter, and then she just stares at me. And I look back and I'm putting, the lid on the drink, and she crosses her arm and she's like, take a sip right now. And I was like, okay. So I take a sip while staring dead at this woman's eyes. And she was probably like my age at that time, so maybe like 20, 21. And I take a sip, and in that moment, trust me, my mind exploded. It was the greatest sensation I have ever felt. Okay? Ever. And that's a big statement, because I thought the greatest sensation I've ever felt is getting my neck massaged by my barber. And this was better. And yes, my barber does massage my neck. My boy Ariel's fantastic. Love that guy. And she looks at me and she's like, do you like it? And I was like, I love it. And she's like, yeah. She's like, this is where you tell me that I just changed your life and that you love me. And I just smile, and she about to walk away, and I mouth, I love you. But she just didn't hear it. Which, looking back now, I feel like that's a foreshadowing what was to come of my love life. But regardless, I did mouth I love you. And I walked off, and that's started the train of pumpkin spice lattes. And it's been a blast. Though I do understand that sometimes pumpkin spice goes a little too far. Okay, I was at Save-On's fucking yesterday, and I saw like pumpkin spice popcorn. No. I'm gonna just be honest, fuck no. That sounds fucking stupid. And stop that shit right now. We don't need pumpkin spice popcorn, seek help. But pumpkin spice lattes? Top tier. Top fucking tier. But it's not even this. My second favorite drink of the season. You might be thinking it's apple cider. No, it's not. But I do have a story about apple cider. This is 2021. Story time, folks. 2021, we just bought a new car, and I was out on a drive with my mom. And she goes, Nav, I want a coffee. Let's get some pumpkin spice latte. And I was like, sure, whatever. And I'm in near Hillside area, and I park my car and I go to the Starbucks. And I wasn't feeling pumpkin spice because I already had one that day. I remember so precisely. And I didn't want to get a hot chocolate because hot chocolate is strictly November and December drink. And I know that sounds controversial, and I promise we'll come back to that for a Christmas episode where I deal with hot chocolate. But I didn't want pumpkin spice that moment. And they were having this drink which is called Apple Crisp. I think it was Apple Crisp Macchiato. And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. So I get pumpkin spice for my mom and apple crisp for me. And I walk back to the car. And I go sit in my car, and I'm about to take a sip out of my drink, and I'm like, whoa. And I tell her to smell my drink, and she smells it. She's like, this is ridiculous. And you might be wondering, did it smell bad? Did it smell off? No. It smelled like legit apple pie. It was fucking intoxicating scent. I took a sip and it tasted like apple, little bit like cinnamon, and little bit like caramel, and my god was I in love. And since then I've been a big fan, and I'm telling you, it has brought out my inner Starbucks white girl. I am single-handedly funding the whole company, okay? They have me in a chokehold, which is saying something, because 2 weeks ago I had this drink at Starbucks. It was called pumpkin chai with pumpkin cold foam. It was a cold drink, and trust me when I say this, I will let Margot Robbie do unthinkable things for me, but I will still have some boundaries. But for this drink, this pumpkin chai with pumpkin foam, this fucking drink can do unholy things to me, and I will never have a boundary. I don't think I'll ever say no. That drink, I will bend literally backwards for that drink. Fuck it, I'll even bend forward. Because I'm telling you, it was so good. Okay, do yourself a favor and check out this drink. Okay, I'm telling you, it borderline made me fall in love. But moving on with more foods of fall that have me in a fucking chokehold this season is apple pie. I never was into pies. I think I had apple pie last year when one of my friends baked it for me a couple times. P.S. Love you very much for doing that. And Apple pies, I had it in summer, I had it in spring, but I'm telling you in fall they hit different. Have you ever had apple pie fucking ice cream? Scratch that. Have you had apple pie ice cream during a windy day? Scratch that. Have you ever had apple pie ice cream on a windy day while wearing a sweater on a lovely walk, watching yellow leaves and red leaves fall? No, you haven't, but I have. And let me tell you, it's better than any sex that you could ever have. And guess what, motherfucker? You're listening to this episode right now. You're not having much sex anyways. So trust me when I say this. It was nothing short of legendary. Okay, I am pretty sure I saw God. But it's not even that. It's the colors, the aesthetic of fall that I'm such... it has me in a chokehold, okay? I'm wearing my favorite colors, the shades of brown, the shades of green, the shades of maroons, and plaid, and oh my god. Okay, every single day when I go on my walk, I wear this olive or this cream t-shirt, or I wear a dark brown something. I literally look like a walking fucking mascot of fall. Because right now, with changing, the color of the leaves changing, red, yellow, so on and so forth, it's low-key just nature flexing. Let's be real for a minute. It's low-key nature flexing. And every single time I wear the typical fall colors, I can feel the inner Picasso in me coming alive. Okay? And you know why? Because lately, for the past month since fall's been on, I have taken so many fucking pictures. I've just been on a walk and just taken pictures of the trees or leaves falling and all this shit. And that right there just tells you how in deep I truly am with the fall season. Cause no fucking straight guy has ever on a walk pulled up his fucking phone to take a picture of just nature on a casual fucking day. It just doesn't happen. That's just not how men work. But me on the other end, not like that. And according to my best friend Taylor, he thinks that right now I'm not being very manly. I'm being very feminine. And you know what? Somebody listening to this is probably like, oh my god, Nav, you sound like a woman. And you know what? Maybe my friend Taylor is right. Maybe I am being a woman. But all I'll say is that motherfucker's been single, so fuck does he know about, a woman or not. Because as far as I'm concerned, homie has none in his life. So all I'll say is I'm having a mighty time doing all feminine shit during fall, okay? But along with that, one of the things I'm loving so much is doing cozy fall nights. Now, let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're in a very, very nice room, sitting on a big, luxurious couch. In front of you is a fireplace that is turned on. There's no other light in your house turned on, just the fireplace. And there's a cozy, classical, or jazz music playing at a low soft volume. Think how relaxing that truly sounds, okay? For those who consider relaxing, good job. I'm proud of you. And those who think that what I just described is not relaxing at all, you're uncultured. Do not talk to me. That, sitting in front of a fireplace, listening to jazz music, and being all cozy has literally been my past week. I have also had little bits of light turns on and I've been reading books, and my god, this is the shit that God said is the little things in life. Because I'm telling you, aesthetically, it is so relaxing to my soul. Okay? I'm telling you, it's the perfect excuse to just stay at home, wear cozy ass clothes, light some candles, make your house smell nice, read amazing books, and sit in front of a fireplace. I am in my full-time Gilmore Girls vibe. For all my female listeners, all 80% of them, that follow my show, I'm in my Gilmore Girls vibe. And you know exactly what I mean by that. And if you're a guy who's never seen Gilmore Girls, trust me, watch Gilmore Girls. Because the next time you ever meet a girl and you say, I watch Gilmore Girls, I can assure you, you'll have higher chances of getting her number than you currently do. And we both know you fucking need that right now. So do yourself a favor, watch Gilmore Girls. But on top of that, the books I've been fucking reading, okay? I used to be such an iPad kid, okay? When I was in uni and onwards, I was cracked about TV. I was watching Netflix day in, day out. I used to literally plan my Netflix. And what I mean by that is, let's say it's I'm watching 3 episodes, right? And they're 50-minute episodes. What I would do is I'd be like, okay, I have 3 hours and 30 minutes to watch these 3 episodes. The moment 3 or 30 minutes I have to watch this other show. So I would break down my day, timing exactly how much time each episode needed so I can squeeze as much content as possible into my day. On top of that, when I would go to like take a shower, I would take my iPhone into the shower and put on Netflix, Disney Plus, YouTube, Prime, and take a shower while watching any show. I'm not fucking joking. I was that kid. And in the past 10 months of the year, I don't think I've done that at all. Because all I've been doing is reading books. Now you might be wondering, oh Nav, like what kind of books are you reading? And trust me, there's going to be a book episode coming. Because a lot of my listeners have said, hey, make a book episode. A couple of my friends said, hey, make an episode reviewing books you're reading. So I will do that in the future. But for now, all I can say is I have been reading so many fall books. First of all, the first book I read it with me and my friend, and it was called Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Just take a fucking moment and think of everything I have talked in the past, 30 minutes or so. And now think about reading a book that is titled Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It is exactly what the fuck you think it is. A cute girl who runs a cafe called Pumpkin Spice and a cute farmer, and slowly they fall in love. That's what the book is. It's so cozy. Though the author of the book tried to horrify me with just unplanned sex scenes, which just came out of nowhere. But besides the point, unreal. But on top of that, it is also spooky season. So I've been getting into the spooky vibes and reading this book called In the Company of Witches. And let me tell you, y'all motherfuckers need to read that book. Y'all motherfuckers need to read that book. It is literally a book in which a murder happens at an inn that is ran by 2 aunts and their niece, and they're all witches. And it's the cozy vibe, no romance, and it literally opens up with the main character Bryn sitting in front of a fireplace, sitting under a dark green blanket, reading a book. Need I say more? So do yourself a favor, stop being a little bit of dickhead, get in the spirit, grab a fucking book, wear some fucking sweaters, ditch your Blundstones, and read a book, and just enjoy the fucking season. I wanted to make an episode in fall, and I still don't think this episode that I am recording right now is doing it complete justice of exactly how much of a chokehold this season has me in. But more importantly, I don't even think I'm doing justice to my own feelings when I'm making this episode. It's been such a vibe, I don't think I can even explain it. But one of the reason, my friend asked, why are you enjoying fall all of a sudden? Like I've been on the fucking planet for 25 years. Why didn't I enjoy fall before? And it is true, in India I just never had fall, per se. And the other times I was just in school. But I was free last year too. I wasn't in school, or the year before. Why did I enjoy fall then? Why now? And the best answer I have is, this year, I am able to not be stressed about med school application or my career. Though those questions still come to my head, and I still spiral about what I'm going to do in life if I can't be a doctor. What do I want to achieve? How do I achieve what I want to achieve if it's not through the profession I want to achieve it through? But all I'll say is this. We all have stresses in our life. We all have things going on. But sometimes we just need to take a moment and just enjoy life. Right? You listening right now, if you're just clocking in day out, you probably wouldn't get the chance to take a day to yourself and just enjoy the vibe, enjoy the season, enjoy the atmosphere. And that for me is why I've been in the spirit, because it's the first time in a long time where I'm able to just take a step back and just reflect on life and just enjoy the fucking brisk air, the pumpkins everywhere, the leaves changing color, wear the clothes I want to wear, enjoy my fashion, enjoy my attire, my taste, and explore it, and light up some fucking candles and make my house smell fantastic. And that's the reason I've been in spirit. That's the reason I'm basically bending over backwards. Actually, technically, bending over forwards for the season. So, if you're listening to this episode and you made it this far, do yourself a favor. Just take a moment and delve into the seasonal things. Delve into the show that your people are recommending you to watch. Delve into that book that is written by an author who only had autumn in mind, delve into that playlist or search up a playlist that is about fall songs and put up a fucking fall movie, put up a Hallmark movie, or fuck it, put up a spooky movie, because we are getting close to Halloween. And I'm going to make an episode on Halloween too. Though I just don't know if I'm going to shit on Halloween or love it. I don't know yet. Kind of in the middle. But the point is, do the seasonal thing. Enjoy yourself. Reflect on the year. Just reflect the fact that you're happy to be alive and just enjoy the fucking seasons. And on that weirdly sensual and wholesome mode, this is the end of the episode. I hope I was able to convince you motherfuckers to enjoy fall. But more importantly, you motherfuckers better goddamn buy some candles, light it up, and drink at least one pumpkin spice latte. Do yourself a favor, okay? Do your taste buds a favor. And get a fucking pumpkin spice latte. Enjoy your time. And on that note, I'm out. I love you all. Thank you for listening. Tell your people about the show. Spread the word. And I'll see you next week. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.